Hi, welcome to the Gaming Archive. I'm Tom and today we're going to show you how to connect up the Nintendo Wii. Now it's been around for donkeys of years, so because of that people get a bit of a surprise when they get one. They're a fantastic console, but perhaps a little bit tiresome when you buy one thinking, oh, I'll get it connected up, because they don't come ready to connect up to the modern TV. So I'm going to show you at least four different ways of connecting up to a modern TV. So as you can see, I've got one connected up already, and this is not quite a modern TV, but it's good enough because it's got a few features that I want to show you. But the main thing is, on the modern TV or on a smart TV, you generally connect it up to a HDMI. So it goes in the same as everything else, because they don't have the old SCART sockets, which tend to be these things, and they don't allow for connecting up using the red, yellow and white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we can connect in a variety of ways. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off so that I can show you something, and that is a little gadget here, which is perhaps one of the simplest ways of connecting up the Wii. So when the Wii comes, this is what you get. You get one of these standard cables. It's got the yellow, white and red AVs. And what we want to do is this connects directly to your console, and then this is going to connect to the TV. But if you don't have the corresponding parts on your telly, especially on a smart TV, then you're in trouble. So what we do is, let's forget about this. This is one way of doing it. Let's not use this cable at all. And what you do is you buy yourself one of these. It's a little Wii to HDMI. Costs about £4. That goes into the back of the Wii, and of course you've got HDMI on the other side. So that's what I was using, and I'm going to connect it up again just to show you that it does in fact work. I've just popped it into the back of the console, and now I'm going to connect up the HDMI. So once I do that, problem solved, and should get something here when I turn on. So let's see, it takes a few seconds. There you go. You've got your Wii console plugged in, and the HDMI of course is really good quality. So that's number one. That's the number one way. You buy that little gadget. Turn it off again. Buy that little gadget, Amazon, eBay, whatever. And let me just give you a good look here. Very simple. It's probably about £4 or £5. So this bit goes in the back of the console. That's the HDMI, and you can get rid of this. You can archive that or sell it on eBay to get your money back. Either way, that's number one. Right, the second way we can do it, let's have a look at another way. Now we're going to need the cable for this, so I'm going to plug it back into the console, and on the end where you've got your yellow, white and red AVs, you pop it into a SCART socket, and this is a SCART socket. Very, very simple, about £4 on Amazon or eBay. Does the job every time. So let me just connect this up, and I'll show you. And that's the reason we use this TV for the demonstration, is that, oops, daisy, it's got a SCART inlet, and because it's got a SCART inlet, we can use it. So that way we save the HDMI. And the thing, what I've got to do then is, if I decide to use the SCART, you just put these cables back nice and tidy. If I decide to use the SCART, what I have to do is change the TV. I have to change it from HDMI to SCART. So I should be able to do that. That's not how to do it. I don't have the remote, so I've got to do it manually. I always forget. This should come up as SCART. I turn on my console, and here we go. We've got we've got our Wii connected up again. Now that time we used the old cable, the cable that came with it, and we've connected, as you can see, we've connected it to the back of the console. And what we've done is we've connected it to the SCART on the side. So that's it. So that's two ways of running, you're running an old Wii console with a kind of a modern TV. So that's two ways. So let's look at a third option, because you've no shortage of options here. Now this time I'm going to undo this one. Now if I want, and there's various reasons why you might need this, but what this one does, it's another little bit of tech. This one's a little bit more pricier, maybe £10 or so, or $10 if you're in the States. And what this one will do is you can connect the SCART. You connect this SCART, and to be honest, I don't really see you doing this, but I'm just showing you that it is actually available. So you connect the SCART into this little box. So this is called a SCART to HDMI adapter. And now what you do is you get your HDMI cable again, and we end up, so we're done. Now I'm going to have to change the TV back. Right, so you can see we're up and running with the SCART. So now what I want to do is I want to show you another way of doing it. There's no shortage, so I'm going to turn it off as I normally do. Always better to turn things off rather than just try to connect and change wires while these things are on, because they're pretty old, so we've got to look after them. So if I remove the SCART, what I've got here is AV to HDMI. Basically, connect up your cables again. There you go, get your cables connected up. Find me a HDMI cable, and that's that. Now this one needs a power supply. So what I've got for that is standard little socket and USB. So what I do is I'm going to plug that in. It's a lovely little adapter. It's got two settings on it, 720 or 1080. And once you put the power on, just make sure it's set to the 1020, so the 1080. So you're getting better quality image. So now if I turn on, I should, oh no, I've got to change the TV over to HDMI. Getting old, I forget things. So HDMI, there we go. We got our console back up and running. So now I've showed you how to connect up using this little Wii converter, and I'm going to turn that, well actually I know, I'm going to leave it on and show you another one. So I've shown you AV to SCART, showing you AV to HDMI, and I've shown you a little product that's made specially for the Wii, so that it goes Wii to HDMI. So any of those projects will sort it out for you. And you've even got the advantage of, this is even a fourth way, if for whatever reason your SCART is actually busy, or you're using it for something else, you can still convert your SCART to HDMI also, and put the HDMI in and off you go. If you run out of HDMI ports, you got the splitters. So there you go. That's a switch, meaning 1 in, 2 out. And you can get these with 1 in up to 5 or even 10 out. So if you are short on HDMI ports at the back of your TV, that's what we do. Shall we put on Mario? I want to see what it looks like. So let's just see. We've got everything plugged in. There's no reason why we shouldn't have a little bit of Mario here.
Super Mario Galaxy!
It's only fair, isn't it? We've been spending 20 minutes looking at all the different ways of connecting up. So yeah, it's quite lovely. So these, you know, you can the little infrared, you can place it at the bottom or at the top. Sometimes if you're going to be using it a lot, if you're using the Wii console a lot, then maybe a little bit of Velcro might do the job, as in, okay, this hasn't been used before. Connect to player 1. It's asking me for my little gadget here. What's this called again? I've forgotten what this is called. But there we go. All working, and it works absolutely gorgeous. Press both A and B. A and B. Point at the screen with the controller. Please choose a file. Create a game file on this planet, yes. Yes. We're up and running. Play this file. Well, not actually going to play it. It's bad enough I take my time to just show you how to connect it up so you guys can play it. But I just want to get a touch of it. Because like all these bits of software, they give you a little bit of something like this to slow you down at the start. But what's actually happening is the game is loading in the background. Right. Come on, Mario. Let's go. Oh, it's a beautiful peach. And off we go. That's brilliant. Okay, I've held you long enough. I hope you now understand how you can very easily connect up. Very easy to connect up an old Wii console to a modern TV or even to a smart TV. Thank you for watching. If you like what I've done, express it with a like. If you want to subscribe, do, because we're making videos at the moment on how to connect up every type of console to a smart TV. So if you need to know about other consoles, a Commodore, Atari, any of the old ones, then just look for it on our channel, which is, of course, is Gaming Archive. Thanks very much for watching. See you on the next video. Bye.